Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the pre-playoffs recap hosted by 4T, myself, and we are on to the five underdog teams, and you guys can see them here. These are the top five, in my opinion, underdog teams here. We're looking at the underrated first seeds of Zelix Esports and Zelos GG. We're also looking at some second seeds that really looked strong. I feel like they're teams that can topple some of the teams at the top if they're not performing at top speed, at top at top level. If some of those top teams aren't, they should be able to topple them, and or push them to a five map series. So we're looking at, first off, let's cover Zelix Esports. They're coming in here with a 5-1 record, 15 map wins, 7 map losses. It's impressive. They're a first seed. You gotta give them the credit. You gotta give them the respect, and that's sort of why I have them in as an underdog, a top underdog team. I feel like it's sort of first seed, sort of like rings the biggest bell when it comes to being considered a just outside of the top 8 sort of underdog kind of team. And so we got them in there as a first seed that's underrated. You got Zelos GG, underrated first seed as well. They also underrate themselves from what I've talked to some of their players. They don't feel like they are that strong. They don't feel like they are that good of a team. And well, part of what I've been hearing within the past day and night, I think, or day or two, have been that they've been having some roster situations happening. So it's going to be interesting to see if come playoff time they have that stuff worked out, so they can compete at playoffs and be a team to pick up the pace and provide a performance that is one to wonder around and one to marvel around. But I'm really looking at the side of Royal Gaming, previously known as Flow Elite, to being the most, I feel like, in my opinion, the most successful team out of these 5 underdogs. They were pushing the side of hyped esports quite a lot. To map 5s twice, very consistent map 5s there. And it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to do again what they were able to do to them come playoff time, if they're able to do that to some of those other first seeds and or beat them in like a 3-0-3-1 fashion, because they are a very strong team. I feel like they're heavily underrated, and then we're looking over when it comes to these other two teams. You're looking at Punk Esports. They were overshadowed by having Lockout in their group, who took them down, but they have a strong will. They have strong strong members on their team, and it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to just be able to finally put the pieces of the puzzle together and have it work out the way that it's planned, the way that it was projected from the start, for them to take down teams and be given recognition as a top performing team in this league, and be able to take down some of the other top teams in the top 8. And then you're looking at Indiana Syndicate. They had a very topsy-turvy group with 410 Nation, who they were able to beat 3-0 consistent twice. And then you're looking at, I think maybe a forfeit was in there in that 3-0, in the 3-0s, but I'm not too sure on that one. And then Zelix Esports, they lost to the top team in their group. They lost to them twice, but 3-1 is... taking a map off of them is still really good too. You're taking a map off of your first seeded team, and in your group, they have a decent looking roster as well. Cletus, Physics, Benji, D Mercy, all players to look out for there. But definitely, when you look at this top 5 underdog teams, you've got to be really looking at Jams, Selviz, Harmon, Jujino, Khan, Zusi. Those are the players that really should be sparking up most conversation when it comes to these top 5s, and should be looking to take down quite a few of the teams in the top 8 if they, bat an eye or they blink or sleep on them. So these are your 5 underdog teams. This is your short video on these guys, in short section on these guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. It's been awesome bringing you this short little section, short little breakdown, short little recap. And expectations are low, but really in my head, I could see it. I could see these guys as being some underdogs and taking down some of the top dogs. So it's been Fortrixel, your host, here for the playoffs recap, or the pre-playoffs recap. Make sure to drop a like on the video, drop a subscription to the channel if you haven't already, and of course, check me out on all my socials. Fortrixel is where you'll find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. So check it all out. We got another one coming up for you guys.